of countries like South Africa and significant both the NSC and indeed our country in the global investment community. As I told you, Your Excellency, in the holding room, global investors look at us and say, our markets are too small and too fragmented. But this move we are making today will change that narrative forever. Central to this upgrade is the expansion of listing opportunities and the deepening of investment options in our country. Your Excellency, this listing is significant to me personally, as it marks the last event that I preside as chairman, that I attend as a chairman of the NSC. And I really appreciate the fact that in history, I don't think we've had so many presidential visits. You came here, you made promises, and I'm glad that I am not leaving before some of those promises have been kept. So, Your Excellency, during my tenure as a chairman, we have achieved significant progress. We have accelerated the market reforms aimed at strengthening the foundations of our capital markets and positioning the NSC as more inclusive, efficient, and globally competitive marketplace. You challenged us. You said this was an elitist club for a few capitalists. But I think today we are actually ensuring that it is a marketplace for all Kenyans and indeed for all East Africans. So together with our regulators and stakeholders, we have worked to remove long-standing barriers to entry, modernized our market infrastructure, streamlined listing requirements, strengthened investor protection frameworks, and progressively aligned with global best practice. I'm sure even the CEO, the chairman of ASEA, who is here, the CEO of Rwanda Stock Exchange, can attest to the fact that we are head and shoulders above other capital markets in the continent. Your Excellency, to provide more perspective, one of the key reforms we undertook is to establish a dedicated market segment for small and medium-sized enterprises. Through our SME investment market segment, SMEs in Kenya now have a clear and structured pathway to both equity and debt capital at the NSC. Your Excellency, you worked together with Safaricom on the launch of the ZD program, and we have given you a brief about the progress on that. And Your Excellency, I believe that the ZD program and the door opening to the Mamambogas and borders is perhaps the most significant achievement that this market has made. As part of our broader efforts, Your Excellency, we've also reduced trading values to about a minimum of 100 shillings. So a person in the streets with 100 shillings, instead of putting that money on a gaming platform, can actually buy and sell shares. Your Excellency, we've also dealt with key infrastructure and access barriers, and we've turned our attention to the awareness and investor creation. Partnering with local media houses, we've taken our staff outside the comfort zone of talking in English, and they now have to go to Kameme FM, Chamge FM, Ramogi FM, and talk in their mother tongue about matters capital. It's not an easy task, Your Excellency. I've been on it myself, and to try and find a word like derivative in Kalenjin is not very easy. Through these platforms, Your Excellency, our staff step out of their comfort zones and are now quite well versed at educating the public. This campaign will continue throughout this year, ensuring that no Kenyan is left behind. Your Excellency, we've also launched an innovation hub to tell people how they can access and accelerate growth and access capital through the markets. We also have a program called the NSC Empower Her program, targeted at women entrepreneurs who can come to the market, get capacity built, and also find ways to access capital. Your Excellency, when we were recruiting a CEO, we went outside the industry, and we knew we would face a challenge. But I think I've been vindicated because we have a lot of out-of-the-box thinking. We are challenging conventional norms. We are now focusing our attention on agriculture, on SACCOs and chamas, to see how we can better support them and infuse better governance. Because good governance actually creates resilient platforms for wealth creation. Looking ahead, Your Excellency, I'm confident that even as I leave the NSC, our CEO and the board are capable of ensuring the implementation of our strategic plan. Finally, Your Excellency, as a pet project, I'm also leading the charge on the art scene. We have a big art auction on May the 14th, and now